up, guys? Steve here, bring you guys a deck I've been playing with lately, just testing. Went to my locals a couple times, tested the deck. So I just revamped it just for the new ban list because I think Tri-brigade Zoo is still a good deck. Just because Zoo can get you to a Zeus for 4 materials, which is 2 sins, and that's pretty strong going second. So yeah, let's get to the plays. No, not the plays, but the, cards. I do have a side deck for this. So you play 3 Fractal, is your main center. So people play this deck wrong because you don't supposed to use this guy first all the time. You want to use your other ones first because this guy, if they ash him, it's too detrimental because it stops you from getting your material grave. And also, that way you can fill your grave of material different ways. And also, it's good because you want to use his field effect to banish cards to summon a link monster first before you want to use his stand effect. So that makes him even better because he's even better than the follow-up turns or the grand game because you already have material in grave. You just normal summon him, use his effect, and then send him off if you need to send another. Or if you need to proc the Nerval to get a Karaz, you could just use his effect on normal summon, bow summon, Farigit, send himself in the field to send Nerval, search Karaz, so you have another monster to go off. So it's he's really good actually. That's why he went up in so much a price, because you could use his field effect and hand effect. So they all have the field effects. It's just her and this guy. They have graveyard effects. So when she's sent to the graveyard by any means, she sends another. So she's a full burial. This guy, when he's sent to the grave, he searches any Tri-brigade monster. So keep that in mind. He only searches the monsters. So these the only ones that proc when they go to grave, which is good for your Karaz and whatnot. So if I played, I'm gonna show a list with a peer build because I like the peer build as well. I don't know if I might play peer. I think I'm leaning more towards the peer build than playing the zoos, just because you have more links that you could use. Zoo's extra deck is the zoos in this deck makes the extra deck really tight. 2 Karaz because it's zoo, and you don't play rescue cat, and I only play 2 pot of desires. So I don't think I'll be banishing this guy too much, or I'm trying to search him before I use pot of desires. For the zoos, I played this guy. So I don't know why I cut this guy when I first started playing zoos, because this guy is 1600 attack, which is a free poke with your board bow. And also he's a free dig because he get to discard any extra zoo monsters. So any extra zoo, so you only need open up 1 zoo monster, so or a zoo card or Teki, preferably. But if you open up an extra zoo monster with him, you can just know when someone uses the fact to pitch one and draw additional cards. So he's also pretty good because he gets you damage on board and he gets you a little deeper in your deck. So I would not cut him. These are your standard zoos. So you could play without Thoroughblade, but Thoroughblade has more implications it brings to the deck. While these guys pretty much just does their job. Banish when you equip one, this sends a round. So round just allows you to summon more monsters when he destroyed. They all have their own little nifty effects. So hand traps, because we're done with the engine. That's all for the engine. This is a 42 card build. So I play roughly around 42, 41, some at the most 43. So I got 3 ash in here. And that's because I play DD Crows. So people play 1 Crow. Crow is too good this format to just be playing 1 Crow. You want to get rid of cards. You want to make sure that card's not coming back into the game. This is the best hand trap to get rid of cards from grave. And so many decks in this format rely on graves to play. So Phantasma is very good because I think everybody's gonna be playing some sort of links this format. Because I don't know how many people gonna be still playing Virtual World, or how many people are gonna be playing decks that don't link something that often. People probably getting tired of Shaddolls and Virtual Worlds right now, so they're gonna probably try to play something different, which includes link monsters. I'm sorry. That way I can resolve my Phantasma. And Phantasma could proc your Tri-brigade effects if you pitch him from hand for his effect. The last hand trap is Imperm. I don't play Veiler because triple tax. So this is what I want to play. This card is more detrimental. You can set it. It can negate a spell, a trap, and a monster. So way more versatile than Effect Veiler, and you can use it on your opponent turn or on your turn. Barrage. This keep getting stuck. I don't know why. But yeah, Barrage is to me like the one card every Zoo player needs to open up to be a God player, God tier player. No, I'm just kidding. Tinky is busted. Barrage need to stay at 1. Tinky is good at 3. Don't mess with Tinky. I'm pretty sure they probably might try to cut it down some. Beast Warrior, Bling Beast and stuff keep getting too potent in the format. So 2 twins, because Lancet hurts this deck, so I don't want Lancet hurting my back row removal. Also, it triggers your Tri-brigade monster effects. Sometimes you be wanting to get those effects if you don't open Fractal. So you want to pitch Nerval kit, just fill your grave with material so you can play. 2 Pot of Desires, because Pot of Desires, I don't really like it in this deck because to me, I don't know, this deck just feels a little off to me. It feels like you turbo through so many of your cards so fast, and you want to make sure you have something in your deck so you can keep playing. And Pot of Desires is kind of iffy with that because you can banish all the cards you need, and I don't know how I feel about it. I was thinking about I was trying to test Pot Desires or Avarice, or with Avarice. So 1 Desires and probably 2 Avarice, because you revolt all the time and you have Strike and Appaloosa to protect it, so you fill your graveyard back up. And just to get extra free draws by putting on extra deck cards back from your graveyard would be lovely. That's what I was thinking. But yeah, I played 2 Pot Desires. At the most I had ever cut Pot Desires was down to 1 in this build. Call by the Grave, because it make your allow your frat to go off. Solemn Strikes, because it protects your revolts. Also, it help accompany Appaloosa, just in case somebody try to beat over your Appaloosa or something. You can just strike the summon. Revolt. Revolt does exactly what it says. It revolt evolution for you to get that victory, because you know you need to get all them BBWs back, so you know you can just tear your opponent up. Your opponent can't withstand the power of the BBWs. You know, and then you get the banishing cards on their field. You got 3K beater monsters on the field. They can keep banishing every turn. It's ridiculous. You know, BBWs get way out of control fast. You know, for the extra deck, Abyss Dweller. That's what's Dragon Spot. So yeah. Fergit, Bear Bloom, and I say 2 Ominous. And the other link for will be at. So it's Cold Talker, and the last link for is your Appaloosa, obviously. I stated that. So play 2 Sharag, 1 Appaloosa, 1 Access Code, 1 Bear Boom, 1 Fergit. And that's why I said you want to sometimes put these cards back into your extra deck so you can reuse them again. These cards are amazing. This card is amazing. I was thinking about when I make the peer build, putting the Link Rebo in. Instead of putting a second Omirage, you put a Link Rebo in for tokens. Not finna pronounce that card, but everybody know what that card is. Who plays this deck or knows about or played against the deck. Your Double Dragon Lords, and your Silver Sheller. This guy is amazing. So one thing you have to remember, don't really shotgun his effect. This is like the last effect you want to use during your turn, because it adds your Tri-brigade back for follow-up. So your Nerval gets you a card to be able to search a Revolt. If you use Revolt, and you don't resolve kit, say you get everything you need in grave already. And most people, they only resolve kit once. So they're going to be resolving Nerval with Bear Bloom, or Nerval and Sharag. But this guy allows you to get that monster back to your hand, and you pitches all 4 of your Tri-brigade, so you literally could pick which Tri-brigade you want to put back into your hand. So Fractal, Nerval, Kit, Karaz is amazing. The deck had just so much reoccurrence with the trap. It's amazing. Like, you revolt first, then you use Silver Sheller, because you're not going to have room. Because Silver Sheller only adds back during the end phase, unless you want to revolt during the end phase. If you plan on revolting during the end phase, that makes sense. but you want to revolt before you do Silver Sheller because you want to make sure you have a play for next turn. Also, if you have an extra card in hand that's a dead card that you didn't use, this makes Silver Sheller just even better there because now you have 2 follow-up plays from your Nerval search. You could use Revolt to search and put 1 back, or you could just go ahead and just use Silver Sheller Nerval to put 2 Tri-brigades back in hand, Revolt, and to put that random card back. So it's plenty other ways you can keep following up for your following turn, which is pretty good. That's why this deck is just so busted, because you just keep playing on your opponent's turn, on your turn, just non-stop injured. For the zoos, you only play these 3. I mean, you could put another one in so you can make a 5th material. It's still ways you can make 6 materials kind of easy with this deck, especially like if you open up Barrage and the Barrage gives you another material, as long as you like have a zoo on field already or have access to a zoo in Barrage. Or you could just Tiger Mortar, that's equip material to zoos. So keep that in mind. That's the reason why I said zoos is probably still good. Well, nah, I'm gonna say probably, but is still good in the Tri-brigade deck because this could put material to Zeus, and Zeus says normal summon, and I got 2 board wipes, and that's very powerful. And then the fact that your XZ could put material under that same Zeus is crazy. And your Zeus gets gain material from popping your own cards. And you play little monsters anyway, so you destroy your own cards to give your Zeus more material. So keep that in mind. If your opponent destroy your cards, you got a Zeus on field, you got to be able to attach. I have seen people miss that Zeus effect when they use Zeus, and they have Zeus on field, and they probably got like 1 material or 3 material under him, and so their opponent destroy another card instead of Zeus, and Zeus still on field, you just equip 1 to the Zeus so you can have a free send. You don't want to have an odd material on him. You want to always have even material so you can resolve his effect. Yeah. That's it for the main deck. The side deck, I put in the Cosmics, but they supposed to be Lightning Storms, so don't even pay attention to that. But Anti-Spell, I have it at 3 in here. I do not like it in here because it's good against Sky Strikers, but I don't think Sky Strikers is that devastating against this deck right now. Weddle Anchor is busted against this deck, don't get me wrong, but the side 3 just for 1 matchup, that makes sense. There's plenty of other cards that hit them, like TC Boo hurts them a lot worse than it hurts us because we have 3 types. They only have 1 to 2 types they can play with. I play Imperial Order for Sky Strikers, so there's no point of playing Anti-Spell. Anti-Spell, I prefer them to probably be either a summon limit or something that another floodgate that I can play under. Alphas for going second. Never seen this card, never opened this card when I did put it in. But it is a great card. Bates, it's better than Prangatop's because you could balance a number amount of cards. Prangatop's can only pop 1, and he's only 26 attack. While this guy's 25 defense and 3,000 attack. So he most likely gonna stick a lot longer than Prangatop's. He's just not a quick effect like Prangatop's. But for the dinosaurs matchup and invokes, you play the Lanciers. And that's the 3rd Twin Twister. Or you could even cut the Cosmics for evenly matched, which I probably would do because that'd be a more well-rounded card for matchups. So yeah, that's it for the profile. A quick little profile. Just show y'all the deck I was playing beforehand. I'm going to show y'all the peer list next. Stay tuned, subscribe, and make sure y'all like the video.